Hallo zusammen! Welcome to a new video series on this channel where I, a German native speaker, will answer your questions and reply to some of your comments. So without further ado, let's go! I really like interaction with you guys, whether it's in live streams, but also in the comment section. And that is why I wanted to start this little video series for people that don't want to watch like an hour-long live stream. I hope you enjoy this. I hope I can help you out by answering your question. And well, let's look at the first one. BobDole8830 says, Dark was pondering so hard to be considered not German while being 100% German. It was cringe. First of all, of course, thank you very much for sharing your opinion, Bob. And the interesting thing is, I would reply with a very clear Jein, which is a very cool German word. It's a mixture of yes and no. Ja und nein. Jein. Which means both applies in a way. What do I mean by that? Yes, when I watched Dark for the first time, I also felt that, this is an unusual high production quality for a German TV show. Which doesn't mean that all other German TV shows can't be high production, but there's a different level of, stage production and visual aesthetics, the way things are edited, what the pacing is. And I can't really pinpoint that, to be honest, but I also feel like it's very atypical for a German TV show. But at the same time, I wouldn't say that it wanted to hide the German factor, the German cultural aspects and hints and all those types of things in the series, in the plot. Quite the opposite actually, with Nena, for instance, being in there. A poster of Helmut Kohl, it taking place in the 80s. 80s Germany was a very specific time period. It was the late years of the separated Germany, basically, You had two Germanys, West and East. So yes, I would agree with you that on the production side of things, it really wanted to be like a Hollywood production type of show, like a big Netflix production. Was the first one, by the way, first German Netflix production ever. But I wouldn't really say it was cringe, personally speaking. Magnus00125 says, please help my German. Off topic. Why is es ist mir kalt correct when a conjunction of sein ist used? It should require the nominative. But you can't say es ist ich kalt. So what is the complete sentence reason the dative mir is correct here? Magnus, that is a very good question, and I'm sure that many people have wondered about this when learning German. Es ist mir kalt, it is me cold, which is the literal translation. It sounds strange in English, I know, but it's true in German. But why is that? Es ist ich kalt wouldn't work because saying that you are cold, you are feeling cold, that is, right? It's not der Zustand, it's not a state of being, it's rather die Wahrnehmung. It's a perception that you have rather than a state, if that makes sense. It's something that you feel. It's not something that you are, basically. You aren't cold, you experience coldness, you feel the coldness coming to you. And the dative case delivers that. However, when you are truly cold yourself, your body is totally cold, then it's a different thing. Then you could say, ich bin kalt. I am cold, which is the literal translation once again. But when you are feeling it, I'm feeling cold, then it would be the dative. And the dative form of the personal pronoun, of course, in singular for ich is mir. Mir ist kalt. Sounds tricky, but it really isn't when you think about it. I hope this helped. Paisankar. I don't know. We always said Toboggan. Toboggan. It was longer than a regular sled and it fit about 3 or 4 people. Okay, so as a reference, this is a question that I raised in one of my German winter or Christmas vocabulary videos in 2024, where I made one video for each letter of the German alphabet. And for the letter R, I mentioned Rodeln and die Rodelbahn, Toboggan, Toboggan. That was a term that I didn't really know before, and I still think it's weird from a German perspective, someone who doesn't speak English as a first language, I was wondering, like, how do you actually pronounce it correctly? And I just checked again. In British English, it's like toboggan with a short O in the toboggan. I still struggle with this term, to be honest. Paisanker. I really appreciate your comment. And like I said, they said toboggan. So they basically told me that it's the second syllable that is stressed, which is good to know. What's also good to know for me, thank you very much for telling me, is that a toboggan is shorter, apparently, than a sled. So, interesting. Thank you very much for watching. Tschüss und bis zum nächsten Mal. Definitely.